No visit to Madrid is complete without coming to see the Real Basilica de San Francisco el Grande. This magnificent royal basilica has been a central place of worship since the 18th century. Travellers have always looked for a spiritual enrichment when on the road.
God, our Heavenly Father, whose glory fills the whole creation, and whose presence we find wherever we go, preserve those who travel. Surround them with your
It's a tenet of faith that you have rules and rituals for the devout, observing prayer schedules, dressing to code, and keeping to a certain diet is a daily norm. Of course, all this may become an issue on the road. Islam and Judaism, the Quran and the Torah, perhaps more than most, these two religions and their text makes it a little bit hard to adhere when you're here.
It is said that the prayer of the traveler is more accepted.
Imam Johari and Rabbi Sudak tell me there is wiggle room in their respective faiths, even for the frequent traveler.
The Torah basically tries to accommodate people and is accepting of circumstances.
In the Jewish faith, there are three broad prayer times: morning, afternoon, and evening.
These times are prescribed. It's best to schedule things like anything else. If you can't, the last bit of the evening prayer can be prayed twice if you have missed the afternoon prayer.
May it be your will, God, our God of our fathers, that you should lead us in peace and direct our steps.
In the Muslim faith, there are 5 precise prayer times.
The Quran says that Allah intends for you to have an easy life. Prayer is not designed to make it difficult. The length of the long prayers can be shortened while you're traveling. There are many relaxations.
In the name of Allah, and praise be to Allah, glory unto Him who created this transportation for us.
Taking the intimacy of worship into the skies requires observance with delicacy.
Try to ask the flight attendants when would be a good time and a place that's convenient not just for them, but for the rest of the passengers, and that's the least disruptive as possible.
In the post 9/11 reality, I advise myself and others to be aware of the environment that I'm in. One, for my own safety, that someone might attack me. The other is for the safety of my neighbor, to make them feel at ease, to make them feel comfortable. Quite often I'll find that a person might say, well, when you're praying, put in a word for me too.
In all your travels, sir, what's been the biggest challenge that you've faced?
The schedule is changing, the gate is changing, the time of arrival, traffic, and so on. And you have to now look at those 5 daily prayers and sort of fit them into that schedule. Many airports now have an interfaith prayer room. If you seek it, you can find it. So sometimes people's problems are their own invention.
But obviously we're going to have a meal at some point. This could be quite tricky.
Keeping kosher, access to kosher food, finding a place to spend the Shabbat.
Shabbat is a beautiful time, but uncompromising on requirements. Every Friday at sunset until nightfall on Saturday. During this time, Jews unplug from the hubbub of life. So if I am traveling and I have to, and Shabbat is at that time, what do I do?
I would contact the local Chabad rabbi where I live.
Chabad is the largest Jewish organization in the world, and it connects members of the faith with communities in their destinations. Not surprisingly, keeping in touch with religion, there's an app for that.
This is a prayer book app that tells me the different prayers that I would say, and I just go through them. There's another app called Kosher Near Me, which anywhere in the world will list kosher restaurants.
Let's have a look at that. That's useful. That's What if you're the host and your guests and visitors follow Judaism or Islam? The answer is just be considerate and do your homework.
Seek first to understand and then to be understood. So the idea is, if I know I'm receiving someone of another faith, in my home or my business, I should do some research. What are they like? What are their requirements?
So, you're visiting my office, you're a Muslim, you wish to pray. How would you tell me?
Well, I just need a 5 or 7 minutes just to make my prayers. Most people, I think, would be accommodating. The whole world is suitable as a place of worship. So I could pray in a mosque, I could pray in a stairwell. I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of God.
So I'm a host.
Yeah.
What should I be thinking?
Key to it is being aware and A, asking them, and B, going the extra mile will always be appreciated.